Rescue, revamp, create. The art of drum synthesis. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, the Larsen here, welcome to the new Synthesized Sunday episode. Now today let me show you how to process old school breaks to make something really crazy like this. Like always, you can grab this whole project from my Patreon below, and don't forget that I just released a very cool new roll preset track for season 2, but let's jump right into it. So the question is how we can go from this to this. So first of all, obviously we need to warp this loop. We need to find the starting point. Seems like the tempo is 126 BPM, so I think we found it. Ctrl J to consolidate it. Here in the sample view, Ctrl A and Ctrl U to warp the hit. Okay, so now I'd like to select unidirectional grain playback feature. So this way we are having a lot cleaner sound. Cool, and obviously add the missing warping point. Okay, we are done, but we need to do something here. We don't need this part, so we need to replace them with some clean parts. So we need to find something where it says tung tung ta. This one should be good. Let's consolidate again. Now we will need an EQ8 and a saturator. I'm going to use the EQ just to chop off the lows. You don't need to completely remove the very lows, because when we add the synthesized kick drum, they will add together, creating a very nice and almost acoustic sounding kick drum. So cutting it around 200 Hz is fine. And maybe add a little more tops. Okay, so it is time to add the synthesized kick drum. So it sounds like this. The point is to have a really beefy kind of sound from the kick drum. And some other stuff. And the easiest way is just to create a MIDI clip, drop the MIDI note, and just put one clip under every kick. Okay, this sounds cool. Maybe it's a little too loud, so pull back the level. Okay, let's drop a snare. And the point here is just basically to add a really beefy kind of low end for the snare too. Something like this. So it's basically just a sine wave with some pitch modulation on it. The other LFO is moving the hi-hat, so the tail, but we are not using that here. So basically we're just having a sine wave with some pitch envelope on it. So I play the shifter to be able to play with the pitch a lot easier, so I can go down to -100 Hz. But obviously this is not what we are looking for. Maybe we can go higher. Cool, so on 40 Hz it sounds fine. And what I always love to do is to resample these sounds so I can easily see and compare the loop with the one that I want to replace it with. I think it looks and sounds fine, but this will be good. Okay, so I made some chops and it sounds good, but maybe let's try how it sounds with 2 semitones lower. I think it sounds good, and maybe we can make a dip at around 500 Hz to make the sound less boomy. This sounds really good, but I miss a very important ingredient, and that is the write. Now fortunately, if you click here, you can download for free a course where I explain how I ripped or how I separated the very famous Amen breaks to hits without AI. So this is the thing that you can download from that course for free. Now the coolest part here is you can mute the kick or the snare, the ghost snares, and just keep it right, or you can transpose the whole thing up and down. And because these are individual hits, the quality will be always on top. Right, so I'm honestly totally fine with this. Let's replace the last roll into something less busy. Okay, this will be fine. Now here comes the trick, group them. We're going to apply a lot of saturation and compression, so basically just glue everything together. I like to start it with a drum bass. It always sounds really great, especially on drums. So we can add a compression, a little bit of extra transient shaping. Okay, so we need a glue compressor, and what I'm going to do is I will apply a really drastic compression, and when I think or feel that this is too much, I won't pull back the compression, but the dry wet instead. Yeah, I think it sounds fine, but the problem is that in the amen breaks, we are dealing with lots of unwanted low end coming from the rise that is not really good. So let's apply a high pass filter on them. Cool, and how they sound now? A lot smoother. There is one more issue. At around 5K, we are dealing with a lot of resonating frequencies coming from the rise, so let's pull them back too. I think it sounds a lot smoother now. Okay, I think they sound really good, so let's resample it. And let's add one more thing. I like to add a little overdrive, but I'm going to just apply it on the very tops. So, like, set the bandpass filter at around 4K and pull back the drive, obviously, it's about just 20%. And the saturator to the end to catch the peaks. Okay, but before that, we still need to EQ them a little. Let's add a little bit of mid presence to it and maybe pull back the very highs. Okay, so this way we just got a very cool kind of beat that you can chop up anytime. Now the good part in this is that you can always transpose this stuff. And a little bit of extra work, you can come up with this beat. And if you put some really nice bass line under it, right, so once again, you can grab this project from my Patreon where you can find the Serum 2 preset pack. See you guys next time. Peace.